everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am returning to Marvel United. I'm going up against the Green Goblin. I have not managed to defeat him yet. He is tough. Today I will be playing Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man. Hopefully these three strong heroes will be able to take care of Green Goblin. Now when I'm playing a three-person game, the Green Goblin starts out with 7 health, but he cannot be injured or attacked until I clear 2 of these 3 cards. One of them is rescuing civilians, another one is defeating thugs, and another one is clearing threats. So a few things. I need to shuffle the villain deck real quick. There are 12 cards in here. I've already shuffled my hero decks. There are 3 times 12, 36 cards in all. I will shuffle those again just so you can see. We'll put those here. Now, the villain has 6 threat cards. I'm supposed to shuffle these, and it says you don't place them on the locations as you do in most games. Instead, you set these aside, and they will be called randomly at certain times. I'll go ahead and shuffle my hero deck. Now I can lose a number of ways. If this deck ever goes empty, I lose. If my hand ever goes to 0 cards, I lose. And then also it says the heroes lose when all locations have a threat card on them. Now when I clear a threat, it will go back into the threat deck, but it can come back in. So you've got to, you cannot have 6 threats out or you lose the game. So there's lots of ways to lose this. Let's see where the hero starts. We'll start this as 1, 2, 3. I rolled a 2. So the villain starts here at Brooklyn Bridge, and the heroes always start on the opposite side. Now the good news is, because there are no threat cards placed, all of the locations do have some immediate benefits that when you're there, they can help you. You always draw, when you're playing this other game, you draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I drew 3 Iron Man, 1 Cap, and 1 Thor. Now, once I clear one of these cards, the villain will act every 2 hero cards that are played. But when the game starts, you can play 3 hero cards before you play another villain card. But the villain always starts. So we'll flip his card. He will move 5, and you move clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it says BAM, so you do his BAM ability. It says deal 1 damage to each hero in his location, where I am not there. Then, draw a threat card and place it in the next clockwise location without a threat. The clockwise would be this one, so we'll place this threat here and we flip it. It's called Corporate Thugs. When this threat is placed, add a thug to this location. Each thug in this location requires 2 damage to defeat. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I have drawn 5 cards, and I will get 3 turns. At the start of each of my turns, I draw another card. So my starting hand will really be 6, but I should always have 5 cards in my hand when I end a hero turn, unless I take damage. Damage comes out of your hand. Alright, so we've got 3 Iron Man, 2 Thor, and a Cap. So, obviously I want to start clearing thugs and civilians. So let's see, Captain America could punch a thug and move. And then Thor could rescue a civilian and move. I've got a wild, a move, and a start. You may draw 3 cards until you have 3 in your hand. Okay, this one's a tough one to start with. I'm not quite sure what I should do. End of turn, you may move up to 2 civilians or thugs in any combination from this location. You may discard 1 thug from this location. Okay, that's not bad. So maybe I want to rescue punch, move, star. Okay, I think I know what we want to do here. I'm going to play Iron Man. I'm going to get rid of this card because it doesn't really do me much good. His special power on this card is draw up to 3. Well, I have 5 in my hand, so I can't do that. But he does get a star, so I will rescue a civilian, and his turn is done. Now I draw a card, and I got a move and a star for Thor, And I also have another move and a star for Thor. So I will play a Thor. He will use, remember, when you play this game, you get your powers plus the previous card. So he'll inherit Iron Man's star, and he's got one of his own. So he can rescue a civilian, and you can do these in any order. He'll move, and I'm going to have him move right here. And then it says, and then he has another star, so he'll rescue another civilian. So, hold on, I shouldn't have put that in there. That should go here. All right, so I rescued 2, and I rescued 1. And Thor is done. Now, Iron Man ended his turn here, and it says at the end of the turn, you may discard 1 thug. Discard means it goes into here, into the box, not on one of the cards. Now, Thor just finished, and it says you may move up to 2 civilians or thugs or any combination from this location to another one. Let's go ahead, because I think what I want to do is I am going to draw another Thor card. The Captain America card is awesome. Here's why I like it. He's going to inherit the move, a star, a punch. So I'm going to move 1 thug here for the end of Thor's turn. That's it. Now, I draw a card. And, ooh, that's not a bad one either. All right, so we're going to get Cap moving. Cap is going to play his card. He has 2 moves, a star, and a punch. He's going to do 1 move here. He's going to do a star to rescue this civilian. He's going to do a punch to take out this thug. And he has 1 move left. I'm not moving to Green Goblin. But what I am going to do is move back to here, because I can clear this of a thug with his with the end of turn action, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, that is the end of my turn. I've done 3, so what I do is I stack these on top of Green Goblin. This becomes my timeline. I'll put it up here, and it just reminds me of what the last 2 action or the last card I played was. Now we reveal a Green Goblin card. All right, he will move 1. He will do his BAM, which says deal 1 damage to each hero, draw a threat card, and place it in the next clockwise. Well, this one already has 1, so I'll draw 1 and put it here. Corporate, it's the exact same thing. Place a thug here, and then each thug takes 2 damage to defeat. Okay, and then, did I do that right? Oh, you know what I forgot to do when he was here? I forgot to do thug. I can't believe I did that. That would have done some overflow. Draw a threat card and place it next to the clock. Okay, so here, I forgot when Green Goblin's card was played, I would have put 2 civilians here, and there is space. I would have put a thug and a civilian. Well, a thug would have gone here. I could have put a thug here, but the overflow would have drawn. I would have, if one or more can't be done, draw 1 threat card and place it clockwise. So this one really will go here, because this one will now go, when he moves here, it will go here, and it brings out Electro, a minion. So now I've got, and then also it would have put a thug and a and then that would have pushed overflow. So he does his BAM ability. Okay, so first, before we do the overflow, this would have been placed, and then because I could not place an extra thug here, we draw another threat. So all the threats are getting crazy. I've got 4 out, and remember, if I get 6 out, I lose the game. All right, so now we're back. Now we're where we need to be. Okay, so when he comes out, he did his BAM, and then it says kidnap. If there are any civilians in Green Goblin's location, take 1 and put it on his dashboard. So he kidnaps. Now there's another special rule. It says when the threat is cleared, shuffle it in the deck, add a threat token from the pool. Green Goblin cannot be damaged if there are any civilians on the dashboard. If you are in his location, you can use 2 stars to rescue. So now it's even harder to defeat him. I have to clear 2 of these cards. And I have to make sure there's no civilians on his spot. All right, now it's my turn. So I draw a card. We need to clear some of these threats really fast. So inheriting the last card, which was Captain America's, I get a move and a punch. A move and a punch. And since I'm here with Kraven, I can punch him for 3 damage. I get 1, 2, 3. He takes 4 to be damaged, which Iron Man should be able to inherit this. So I'm going to play Cap. He does 2 punches to Kraven. Then he's going to do the 3rd punch from his previous card, and he has a move. So I'm going to move him here. Yeah. And that is the end of my turn. So I draw a card. Now I need to get Kraven out of here, so I need to play an Iron Man card. Iron Man, I can play a wild, which is another... Now he gets 2 wild from this. And man, Iron Man just does not have a lot of good cards. But I have to play it. Iron Man has a 3 wild now. For 1 wild, he will punch this. So it goes back to the bottom. Does it go to the bottom of the threat? When a threat is cleared, shuffle it into the deck. So you shuffle it. Okay. So you don't just put it on the bottom. All right. Oh, I'm looking away. I'm not looking at... okay, there we go. All right. So I get this for clearing a threat. And it's the end of his turn. By the way, he moved here. At the end of your turn, there is a threat on this, so I don't get to do the end of the turn. But Iron Man does. You may discard 1 thug from any location. Well, I'm going to get rid of this one up here. Let Thor take a break. All right, I draw a card. This is my 3rd and final turn. Cap, give a wild token to another hero. It doesn't matter when you're playing a solo game. You just put it in the same pool. Anybody can use it. He gets a star, which would allow him to do that. Do I have 2 stars for Cap? I do not. Now Cap would get a wild, so he could put 2 here. But he also inherited. He moved. So Iron Man did his 3. Did he do it? Hold on. Oh yeah, he punched, which got rid of Kraven. So he still has 2 wild. Sorry, I didn't do his. I didn't do these 2, so he still gets 2. So he'll go here for 1 of these, and for 1 he'll place a star, and that is the end of his turn. Okay, now Cap would get 2 stars and clear this. I'm going to play Cap. It says give a wild to any token, so I have a wild in play. He inherits a wild and a star. He'll put the wild and the star on here to clear this. This one goes away. I get the cleared token for it. Green Goblin cannot be damaged if there are any on this board. Green Goblin... hold on. The hero loses when all locations have a threat card. So there can be threats out again. I just can't have them on every city. But once I clear this, that would be good. All right, so he is done. He did his star and a star, so that is it for my turn. These go up to the timeline, and I'll inherit Cap's star on the next turn. 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 in my hand, so we're good. All right, we draw a Green Goblin. Green Goblin will move 3. 1, 2, 3. He does his BAM, which draws a threat card and places it on the next clockwise location, which is this one. And we have Lizard is out. And he has 5 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And then he places 2 civilians here. 2 civilians here. And 2 civilians here. All right, good. That's it for his turn. Mine. All right. I draw a card, Captain America. All right. Captain will inherit a star, which isn't going to help him here, but it would let him rescue a civilian, and we need to rescue civilians to get rid of this card. But we also need to clear some threats. I think Thor might be able to clear Lizard on his turn. Not really, he doesn't have any fights. But I do have a wild here, so let's see what we can do. If Cap moves here with his, well, he would need a move. And Cap has another wild and another wild. So he could do 2 damage to him. No, he couldn't. No. He needs to get there first. Who has a move? Thor can't. Iron Man can. Iron Man can move, get a star, and that's not going to help either. So, a wild. Man, this is not good. Thor has 2 civilians there, but he needs to get rid of Lizard. Deal 2 damage among heroes in this location. Heroes choose how to split the damage. If he draws another BAM card and Thor is here, this BAM is going to trigger and do damage to him. And when he takes damage, you discard cards equal to the damage. So Thor might need to get out of there. We'll come back for Lizard later. But Thor, does Thor have a move? He does have a move and a star. So he could rescue a civilian. 2 civilians here. Yep, I'm going to play Thor. All right, so he inherits the last star from Captain America. With those 2 stars, I'm going to get rid of these, or rescue these. And then he has a move, and I'm going to move him here. I want to stay away from any BAM abilities. And that is Thor's turn. Draw a card. We got Iron Man. Iron Man says he has a special ability. Distribute 2 moves from the pool among any number of heroes. So if I play that, that's pretty good. But I've got to get rid of Electro or Corporate Thugs. Thor. What does Thor have? Thor will get a move and a star. Oh, hold on. Here we go. I'm going to play another Thor card. Now Thor has 3 stars and a move. I will move. You know what? You gain a fight token. At the end of his turn, I forgot to do this. I get a fight token. Reveal the top card you may place on the bottom. So I didn't do this. That's okay, because I just got rid of that one. So Thor has 3 stars and a move. So he will move, and with his 3 stars, he'll get rid of this threat, which gets me 3 out of the 4 to clear that card. So we are almost ready to pull the trigger and start fighting Green Goblin. I need to rescue 3 more civilians, and this is where it's going to happen. Iron Man and Cap have a bunch, so that's where I can do it. So let me draw a card. It is now my 3rd turn. Who can rescue? Cap could rescue 2. And he gets Thor's 2. So he would trigger this card. And then all I need to do is trigger 1 clear threat. So what I'm going to do instead, Cap has a wild. He would get 2 stars and a move. That will do it. All right. So his 2 stars that he inherits from Thor will rescue 2 more civilians. Now all I need is 1 more civilian to win, or to get rid of this card. But I also need to claim a threat. I want to try to do this at the same time or roughly the same turn. Because if you clear 1, it goes to 2 heroes, then a villain. 2 heroes, then a villain. But if you clear that 2 cards, you can then damage the villain. So you want to try to do them and time them as close as possible. So I played Cap. He rescued the 2, and with this wild, he is going to move. Oh, if he moves here and they draw a BAM, that would not be good. Let's go here where Green Goblin is, because that would let me rescue the final civilian, and I'm hoping Thor will get down here and clear this guy. All right, so that is it for my turn. I have 5 cards, so good. Oh, hold on, I've got 2 wild. I got to remember these. All right, I'm not going to use them just yet. At the end of your turn, you may discard 1 thug at any location. I'll get rid of let's get rid of this one, because this one could have overflow, and which would be bad. All right, there we go. That is the end of my turn. So on the next turn, someone's going to inherit Captain America's wild, and we draw a Green Goblin card. We got a BAM, so I'm glad I didn't do that. Green Goblin will move 1 here. He will trigger the BAM ability. Nobody's at his location, but when you trigger the BAM, you draw a threat card and place it in the next clockwise. So there's going to be a threat here. And it is using civilians as shields. Green Goblin cannot take any damage as long as there are any civilians on this location. So I got to go back and get those off, or he won't be able to take damage. Or remove this threat. Okay, and then he places 1 thug at his location. And he places 2 at the clockwise and counterclockwise. All right, the counterclockwise would be here. The clockwise, there's only 1 space. So that triggers overflow, which says draw the next threat card and place it clockwise. Well, it can't go here. It will have to go here. And that is all. That's it. All right. My turn. Thor needs to do something really amazing here, which would be rescue a civilian and clear an event. But can he do it? Iron Man, Thor. Thor's got a wild. And he inherits a wild from Cap. And I've got a wild trigger, a token, and a punch. I could clear that. Let's do it. Thor will take his wild and the Captain America wild, and he'll put 2 stars on this one. Then I'll use this wild to put the 3rd one. Okay, so this goes away. So here's the bad news. I just got rid of a threat, which is going to trigger, it's going to trigger clear threat. I did clear threat. I clear threat, so that will come off of this one, I guess. All right, so this card, when it disappears, this one slides over, and it reveals villain acts after every 2 heroes. So I've only played 1, so I got 1 more play here. Now, I need to get rid of a civilian to clear this so I can do damage to Green Goblin. So, rather than punch, I draw a card. Can I rescue a civilian? Cap's got 2 stars, and if I play him, he gets 3. He gets a wild and 2 stars. Is there any other way to do this? Well, I've already got a 2 wild there. Iron Man would not get it. The move wouldn't help me. All right, so I don't have a choice here. I will play Cap, 2 stars. He will rescue a civilian. This card goes away. And now, Green Goblin can be injured. To injure him, you have to be on his spot. There can't be any civilians here. And there can't be any civilians on this one. So, I think I know what I got to do next. All right. You know what? While I was here, I'm going to have Thor. No, I'm going to save that. That could come in handy. All right. That is it. Now it's down to 2 cards for the Green Goblin before the Green Goblin plays. All right. I've got 5 in my hand, so we're good. Green Goblin goes. He moves 1. He does a BAM, which... draw a threat card. Place it here. Craven again. Then, hold on. He did BAM. Then he's going to place 2 civilians here, which he can't do because it's full. And it says, deal 1 damage each year. Hold on. When a threat is cleared, Green Goblin can be damaged. Overflow. If 1 or more tokens can't be added, draw a threat card and place it. So now we're down to another threat card, which goes here. We got to hurt him. And that is... He did BAM. Oh, he's got to place a civilian and a civilian. So he has to place 1 here and 1 here. I have to get there, clear those 2, and then I can hit him. So it is now my turn. I draw a Cap card. I need a Thor Punchy, and I don't. I have no Thor cards. Thor is the closest to him, but I can't do anything. Darn it. All right, what could Cap do? 2 punches, 2 civilian. Well, the 2 punches would get rid of those 2. But I really need... I'm going to inherit 2 stars from his previous card, which... That could clear this one. Does he have another one? I don't have a move. I need a move. Captain America needs a move, and I don't have it. So unfortunately, it looks like Iron Man could move and get 2 stars, but he can do it in any turn. If he clears these 2, which doesn't really help me, he needs to get this. So he's going to get 2 stars. Do I have a move and a star? Come on. Distribute 2 pouches from the pool. Okay. Man, I don't really have a whole lot of options here. Captain would get 2 stars. And I really need a move. Iron Man, distribute 2 move from the pool among heroes. Let's play this. I'll play... Those could come in handy. I'll play Iron Man. I get 2 free move tokens. Can be used anytime. And I do a punch and 2 stars. I will rescue these civilians, which I really should do this. Instead of that, I will put 2 stars on this one in case I need to quickly get rid of a threat. And that is his turn. I draw. Okay, now here we go. I've got 2 move tokens. 1, 2. That would get me there. And then he gets a punch. And I could do 2 punches. Oh, but I can't. He's got to get rid of this. That's the trick. There we go. All right. I will play Cap, 2 stars, and a punch. So here's how this works. I'll spend 2 move tokens to get him 1, 2, to get him there. Then I have 2 stars, which I can use to get rid of this. It says, if you are at his location, you can use 2 stars to rescue this. So that's done. And I have 2 punches. Now, there are civilians here. It says Green Goblin cannot take damage as long as there are civilians here. So maybe I should have used those. You know what? I'm going to take that back. I'm going to use those 2 stars to get rid of these and put that back on him. And with the 2 punches, I'll take care of this thug. And the other punch I won't have to spend. And that is it for my turn. Not a great turn. All right. These go away. And we draw a Green Goblin card. All right. That is a 3. 1, 2, 3. He is here with Iron Man. And this is bad because he does a BAM ability. Deal 1 damage to each hero. So 1 damage means I get rid of 1 card. I will get rid of the least one is that one. It goes on the bottom of the deck. So now I'm down to 4 cards in my hand. This is how you lose the game. Then, oh, by the way, Craven does the BAM. Move this threat to the next clockwise location with any heroes and no threat. Well, there's a threat here. There's a threat there. If possible. Can't do it. Deal 1 damage to each hero. So he's going to take a damage. I'll have to get rid of this one. All right. And after the BAM, Goblin formula. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, Green Goblin has 1 extra health and deals 1 extra damage with his BAM ability. So in the future, I'm going to have to deal with that. He's got 1 extra health. I'll go ahead and give him that. And he'll do 1 extra damage. All right. If I can get rid of this civilian, I can start hurting him. And Iron Man is there. And Iron Man will inherit 2 stars. This is good. All right. So I draw a card. It's my turn. I'm going to play Iron Man. All right, why? All right, I have 2 stars that I inherit from Captain America. That will allow me to get rid of this civilian on his dashboard. Now he can be hit. And it says distribute 2 punches. So I've got 2 free punch tokens. And I add that to my 3rd one, so I've got 3 punches. That is it for... I got the 2 stars. I could move, but I'm not going to. So that is it for my turn. I will draw my next card. All right. It looks like it's going to have to be Iron Man. Iron Man will inherit. He's got 3 punches. Do I have anything? I have nothing that gives me any more punches. But 3 is better than nothing. So what I'll do is I will play Iron Man again. So he gets a turn. He's got a move and a star. Well, I'll place a 3rd star here to clear this threat. That goes away. And that puts 2 in the draw pile. He has a star. He has a wait a minute, hold on. He placed the star to get rid of that. He has a move, but before he does that, he's going to use these 3 punches to do 3 damage to Green Goblin. Then I will move here. You may discard 1 villain or 1 thug from any location. I am going to get rid of this one to give Thor a chance of not doing overflow, and that is the end of my turn. Did I draw a card? Hold on. Yeah, I was down to 3. That's right. All right, these go away, and we are running out of cards here. All right, Green Goblin moves 2. 1, 2. He does a BAM ability, which puts I've got 1 more threat. Can't go there, there, there. It can only go here. Oh, I think I lose. He can put 2 thugs or 2 civilians here, no overflow. He puts 1 clockwise and 1 counter, so no overflow. Okay, that's good. But when he triggered the BAM ability, Craven moved this threat to the next clockwise location without a hero, which would be here. Deal 1 damage. So now I'm down to 2 cards in my hand. I'm going to have to get rid of Cap's stars. Although, he will be able to... You know what? I'm not going to get rid of that one. I'm going to get rid of the move and punch. It goes on the bottom of the deck. It is now my turn. I draw an Iron Man card. Now, I inherit a star from the previous card, but I've got to defeat him. I need a move token, which I don't have. Iron Man, Cap will play 2 stars, and I'll use the 3rd to clear this threat. All right. And it says you may gain a punch token. I'll take it. 2, 3. Okay. Now I draw a card. Iron Man. This is terrible. This is terrible. I have no move tokens. None. Iron Man could do 2 punches and 2 stars. The 2 punches aren't going to help. Cap could do 2 punches. There's nothing to punch. So the only card I can really play is Iron Man. He gets 2 punches. I'll take... Well, I'll take these off. I don't know. This could be a bad... If he draws another BAM, I'm dead. Because I've only got 2 cards in my hand. And I've got him on a BAM. Okay. So 2 punches, and then he's got 2 stars. The 2 stars don't help me, but it will let me take a civilian off. And that is all I got. Yeah. That's it. Okay, so these go away. And we draw another card. Here we go. If it's a BAM, it is. All right, bad. 1, 2. He does the BAM. Now, there's a hero there, so I have to get rid of a card. I'll get rid of Iron Man's 2 stars. All right, and you have to add a threat. So I take and it goes clockwise from here. It goes here, where Cap is. And then this is where I lose it. He puts 2 thugs, 1, and he can't put a second one there, which triggers the overflow. You have to add a threat card, and now there are 6 threat cards on it, and I lose. I'm telling you, man, Green Goblin is hard. There is so much going on. I almost had him. This is the best I've ever done. Well, I didn't do any damage to him. I thought I was going to get to, but I did not. I did do 3 damage to him, didn't I? Didn't he punch? He did. He punched him for 3. I forgot to take them off, but because I threw him away. But so this is the best I've ever gotten him. Is down to 5 health. But we will try again in the future. I don't play this one every time, but we'll give Green Goblin a rest and we will try again. This one, he is definitely one of the more tough ones. All right, that's all I got. This is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on this game of Marvel United. I'll be back next week with another game. I don't know who I'm going to play or what villain I'll go up against, but I really enjoyed this game. I hope you do too. All right, everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.